Welcome back to Retail Field Report. This is Ann Mazinga coming to you live from CommerceNext in New York City. And I want to give a big thank you before we get started to the team at Zilker Trail for helping me bring you all of the interviews here with the retailers and brands speaking at CommerceNext. And next on the agenda here, we have one of my dear friends, the CEO of Brooklyn Inn, Billy May. Billy, welcome to Retail Field Report.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you for having me.
What brings you to CommerceNext today?
Well, I live in New York City. No,
it was a convenient subway right away.
I mean, literally up and down the one line. No, I mean, one, I've been a strong advocate and advisor to the CommerceNext team from when they founded it. But two, it really is the gathering around practitioners.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other conferences that are great for content and networking. CommerceNext has always been focused on practical solutions you can take back to the office. So I come and attend and try to participate.
Yeah.
Come back to the office with 2 or 3 nuggets.
Yeah.
I've got 3 or 4 from this one so far,
Great.
so more to come.
What are they so far? What are you feeling? Not
Well,
to put you on the spot or anything.
yeah, I mean, you can't spell retail without AI.
Yep.
And as I'm reminded by a good friend of mine, you also can't spell failure without AI. So part of the challenge is separating the wheat from the chaff with what is an actual AI solution versus what is a bolt-on.
Right.
That's critical. Two, it's not about using an AI solution to find a problem. It's about having a problem and finding a solution that happens to be AI-driven.
Right.
That's a critical part of it. Three, how can you use it to free up resources to reinvest back into the business? Then most importantly, make your brand more human.
Yeah.
It's not about making your brand more stagnant,
Right.
or more flat. That would generally be bad. But how can you use it to create more human interaction?
Right.
And I think that's really one of the big opportunities from an industry standpoint is leveraging the information and data to free up the resources so you can better serve customers, so you can better solve problems, and so you can redeploy resources.
Well, let's talk about how you're doing that at your company. Real quick, share with the audience, if they're not familiar already, with Brooklyn Inn and what you do and oversee there.
So I'm the CEO of Brooklyn Inn. We've been around for over a dozen years. We founded by a husband and wife who wanted to find hotel quality sheets at a better price point.
Yeah.
And over the last decade, we've built a business, a highly profitable business, a couple $100 million. We've now got stores in 8 locations. It's a tremendous brand. We are the largest player in what we call the soft home space, so sheets and towels.
Yeah.
More to come.
I like that teaser.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
But it was an interesting because it was a founder transition.
Yeah.
I didn't found the business, but the founder's still on the board and involved is a great resource. And we have, in many respects, taken what we'll call Brooklyn Inn 1.0 and built Brooklyn Inn 2.0.
Okay.
Which is really focused on product, brand, and experience.
Okay.
And so how do we've updated now 80% of our product line. That's product 2.0. We've overhauled and revamped our brand and our go-to-market strategy. That's kind of brand and marketing 2.0. And we're in the process of updating and enhancing our experience, both online and in-store.
Well, as you're trying to do that, Billy, what is like the number one thing that is like your top priority right now, the number one challenge you're trying to solve for?
I think if I were to say number one, it's getting the customer to come back. This is a brand and a category that had significant growth during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a treasure trove of customer information, a lot of prior buyers. We're entering what we believe is a replacement cycle.
Yeah.
You tend to buy sheets every 3 to 5 years.
What's the recommended amount? Like I know in the mattress industry, you're supposed to get a new mattress like every 7 to 10 years.
Correct.
What's the deal with sheets?
We would say you should replace every 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
You should replace your towels every 2 to 3, and you definitely should replace your pillows every 2 years. Now, My guess is most people don't,
My
but you
God.
should.
Oh, yes. Let that be the PSA if you take nothing else away from this, please.
It's a good time to update.
Yes.
And if you're not going to renovate your house, you might as well renovate your bedroom and your bath. And
Yeah.
a great way to do that, cost effectively, is to update your linens.
Okay, so I'm going to be on stage later talking about customer lifetime value, getting back to those people who are due for their 3 to 5 year sheet upgrade. How are you thinking about that strategy and what you're going to do when there's so many ways to retain, to get new customers? Like, what do you feel like is the winning method right now?
Oh, I wish I had a great answer for that. There's no silver bullet, unfortunately.
What are you testing? What are you testing right now or investing resources?
I think, historically it was a very kind of linear process.
Yeah.
You built demand, you drove consideration, you captured consideration, and then you drove repeat behavior in a
Yeah.
very kind of consistent way. The discovery process is nonlinear, so customers are discovering or engaging in dramatically different ways,
Yeah.
whether it's through an agentic platform, whether it's through social, whether
Yeah.
it's otherwise. So that's an opportunity that we're constantly testing into. I think that consumers are engaging with brands differently.
Yeah.
If you think about historically, you might go into a Google search and it's 2 or 3 words. An average, agentic search
Yes.
is 12 plus.
Yeah.
Average.
You're searching for outcomes,
So
not
you-
products.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's tailored to you. So
Yes.
your specific search is very different from my specific search.
Yes.
And that's not something you can buy your way into.
Right.
It's not an ad unit today
Right.
on how you get your brand in front of them. So one way that we've benefited is we're the most awarded brand in our category. We've won over 200 awards over the last decade, which are earned.
Yes.
And that sort of earned credibility creates trust for the consumer. Now, our product has to pay off to get them to come back, but that trust is formed before they even get the product.
Right.
And so continuing to cultivate that relationship is a key part of it. But when you buy into a category, ideally once a year, and we have lots of customers
Yeah.
who do, but if you're looking for a replacement 2 to 3 years, you begin to look like a new customer. And so while we know who you are and we have lookalike audiences,
Yeah.
we have to find you.
Yes.
And so constantly testing whether it's different platforms, whether it's with agentic search,
Yeah.
but also in stores.
Yeah.
And how do we create more outreach? That personal outreach where you get a note from an associate
Yeah.
who served you, or we've got a store. That sort of personal touch tends to cut through. And that's why, as I said earlier, it's not just about AI to solve a problem. It's what does AI enable?
Right.
And AI can be an enabler for a direct personal interaction.
Right. Helps you get that personalized experience too, and gives me a
Absolutely.
reason to engage with you. Well, one of the other ways that you're engaging with potential buyers is through some of your partnerships that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Everybody from Dead Cool to SNL to Sesame Street is all about Brooklyn and Billy. What has to be true for those brand partnerships to be and collaborations to be successful and to be worth the investment?
I think there's probably a couple things, and we've learned a lot as we've gone to market. When we started, we would do, full beds. That was a heavy lift, which was amazing from a brand standpoint, but a lot of resources would get applied to it. 2, our most recent launch, which with Dead Cool, which was a product that we co-developed with them. We added in a special robe in a colorway that aligned with their product and their market positioning. And I think the important thing was like-minded in terms of the brand. A little unexpected.
Right.
That tends to kind of cut through. It's a bed spray,
Right.
which we don't produce,
Right.
which they didn't either, and we kind of brought them the idea. But there's a common kind of affinity.
Right.
And even the Saturday Night Live partnership, which has been an incredible, mutually beneficial partnership for both of us.
Absolutely.
The hottest item that hosts and musical guests take with them is a
The
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn
and
and
Row.
Row.
That's
I've
correct.
seen many of them posting on Instagram about it. And I think the Deadpool, the bed spray is an interesting thing too, and really gets you into that more repeat purchase category too, instead of the 3 to 5 years. So smart.
And I think it tends to cut through. This is a category, pardon the pun, that's a little sleepy.
Yeah.
And we believe that life begins, at home.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it should have personality.
Right.
And that personality should be reflective of who you are, as opposed to you adapting to someone else's view of what it should look like.
Right.
And so that's where something like Deadpool comes in. That's where we think color and pattern and texture come in.
Yeah.
That it's not one single note.
Yeah.
That we believe that customers are looking for brands that are inclusive and can be reflective of their personality, as opposed to them having to adapt to someone else's.
I love that point. I think that's a really important thing to highlight as we're thinking about the human element of AI. And again, those things that AI is allowing us to do and the way it's allowing us to personalize shopping in a way that just hasn't happened before.
Absolutely.
Okay, Billy, let's close with what headline I'm going to be most excited to read about Brooklyn in the next year. What are you excited about?
Well, I'm excited about a lot of things. We've relaunched the majority of our product line, including our flagship product, our Luxe sheet product, which we just relaunched last week to glowing recommendations. I'm excited about the product pipeline that we have. We've got an entirely new fabrication, which is coming up in the fall, which is not in our line, completely incremental. Very excited about that. That's a bed and a bath product. But I think the thing that I'm most excited about and most interested in is thinking about the experience and bringing this to life, not just online, but how do we rethink the brick and mortar store experience?
Right.
Our brand has evolved.
Right.
Our product has evolved. The experience has to evolve. I'm very excited about that.
Well, Billy May, CEO of Brooklyn Inn, thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you again to Brian and the team at Zilker Trail for helping us bring you all of our coverage here from CommerceNext. You can check them out at getzilker.com. That's GETZILKER.com. And we will be back with more interviews from CommerceNext. Until then, stay curious.